Hi, Chris here. Today I'm going to be looking at another good beginner's lock, or beginners to disc detainers anyway, and that's this Baton padlock. It's a 40mm padlock from their 6000 range. It's got 10 code discs and a gated spinner as well. The discs are quite thin, but it doesn't have any false gates or anything like that. It's got decent feedback, and if you have a rear tension pick like this one, it's a reasonably straightforward pick. The other thing which makes it really good for a beginner is it's actually guttable, which is maybe sort of unusual on some of these easier small DD padlocks. You can see there's a hole down there that you can get at when the shackle's open, and you can take a grub screw out that holds on this end cap, and that means you can get a good look at the insides and familiarize yourself with how these locks work. And I think that's a really useful thing for a beginner, so you can build a sort of mental map of what's going on in the lock, help with understanding the feedback, navigation, all of that sort of thing. So I picked this up on eBay for I think £7, so it was pretty cheap. I'm not sure you can get them everywhere, but if you can find one and you're looking to learn DD, I think this is an excellent choice. And here is what it looks like inside. So you can see you've got a whole load of spacers. You've got all the code discs, which all look like that. So nice big true gate, no false gates. The other interesting thing is the gated spinner. Now, what that would normally mean is that you wouldn't be able to front tension this, or if you did front tension it, it'd be significantly more difficult, because you'd be tensioning on disc 1 and then the spinner would be in the wrong position, and when you turn the tensioner back to position disc 1, you'll have the spinner out of position. I have actually opened this one with front tension as well, because look, there's a little one cut on that first disc, and there is just enough room to, particularly on those gates are quite big, there's just enough room to rotate it back and make it all work. But if you had anything other than a 0 or a 1 cut on that first position, then you wouldn't be able to do that, which is where a rear tension tip like this one comes in, because that way you're tensioning on the last disc, basically equivalent to that last bit of the key, and then you don't have to do any fancy counter rotation, you don't have to worry about the gated spinner, you just go through and position everything, and the lock opens. So I'll pop this in a vise and do a demo pick on it. So here we are with the lock in the vise. See that functioning completely normally. That's locked up now. Here is the key. So I'm just going to do what we do with almost every DD, turn everything as far clockwise as we'll go. I'm going to take my pick and put it all the way to the back of the lock, and then work my way through, just looking for binding discs and moving them to positions where they feel loose. So straight away I can feel the last code disc is binding. Get a little click there and there's a loose spot. Next disc here, just nudge that on into a gate and that feels loose. That one's binding. Now that's loose. That one completely loose. Just move that, leave it where it is. Same with the next one. This one's binding. There we go, that's in a loose spot now. binding disc. There we go. That's a loose spot. You can feel as I go through the feedback's improving. More and more of the discs are in the gate. I think this is disc 1 and that's binding hard. Feels like a loose spot. And that was disc 2, so this is disc 1. There we go. Now, lock is open.